How's all going today? Mick here from Rock Ape Records. We're at upstairs 175 Sturt Street in Townsville City in North Queensland in Australia. www.rockaperecords.com is the website with the web store attached. This shit here's not on my web store. I've only got new vinyl on the web store. I haven't gotten around to getting secondhand vinyl, which is what I'm doing today on the web store. I just bought a pretty big collection. I was only about 400 or 500 records, I think. That's all, just a little one. But I've picked the best of the stuff. A lot of it's still down in my van. And it'll come in here and get stored under the things and I go through it. But I've gone through it and picked out the best stuff so far that I think is going to be popular. So basically this half of the shop here, all the way there and around the corner that way, is all my secondhand vinyl. So half the shop is secondhand vinyl. The other half is brand new reissues. So let's just get stuck straight into this. I'm going to show you the secondhand vinyl that's coming in. So this is, there's some cool shit in here. This is all like real classic rock. It's all original Australian stuff. So, bit of ring wear on that one. They're all well loved, but they're still great to have. I love my original vinyl. This is an original of Kiss Alive, an original Australian copy, gatefold. So, let's get it open. Probably a fucking dead cocky in there or something. These all came out. They were looked after. They were in moving boxes. A lot of the stuff was quite damaged. I guess this happens. Some of the stuff went to the dump. Some of it went to Lifeline. And all the good shit I kept, which I'm going to clean up and resell. There's a couple up here as well. I'll show you them. Dirty Dancing, the original soundtrack. My wifey Teagues, it's one of her favourite movies. If not, it's her favourite movie of all time. Typical, I've just fucking ordered 2 brand new copies of this for the shop, right? One for Teagues and one for the shop. And then I find this in there. I'm like, I could have just given her this, which I still might. I might actually give her the original. So, yeah, what's it got on it? Fucking, I had the time of my life, which is Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes. And there's another, She's Like the Wind by Patrick Swayze. That was actually a big song. And Hungry Eyes by Eric Carmen was a huge hit single on that. So, there you go. And an original Australian copy of the Lost Boys soundtrack. So that's pretty fucking cool too. I normally get these in on red vinyl. They've been reissued. But it's great getting the original vinyl. And this has got Good Times by INXS and Jimmy Barnes. There's, what's that song? People Are Strangers on it by, it's performed by Echo and the Bunnymen. It's a Doors song, obviously. I Still Believe by Tim Capito, is it? That's the saxophone dude song on that. I Still Believe. Anyhow, let's keep going with this. I'll put these ones down there. I've actually got them stacked on top as well. There's that many. I've got a full crate here to get through. This is going to take a little while. But while I haven't got new vinyl coming in the shop, I've just done some more orders. They won't be coming till next week. I thought, well, fuck it. I'll show you the second-hand vinyl I'm getting in because this is more work than the new vinyl. I can tell you right now, going through and sorting these, especially stuff like this, I've got to find out what year, what edition, what issue Pink Floyd this is. These are all Australian, but I know that. This is an original Australian quadraphonic Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon. Nice. And it's in fucking great condition too by the look of it. So I'll start stacking them over there. I'm going to have a couple of big piles here. Or I might even start putting them back in to the back of the crate. They'll end up stacked. If you come into my shop in Townsville, you'll know I've always got stacks of records here on the counter. So that I'm always cleaning. It's okay to stack them that way short term. Otherwise you stack them this way. Alright? Pink Floyd, The Wall. Now, a lot of these albums don't need introduction. So this is an original Australian one by the look of it. This one's a reissue, but it's still an old one because once they got the nice price ones on them. This is Animals by Pink Floyd. So this is probably a 1980s reissue of Animals by Pink Floyd. What else have we got here? Momentary Lapse of Reason by Pink Floyd. There's a heap of Pink Floyd. Here's another copy of Pink Floyd Animals. This is an original, this one. You can see it even says it's got the old Chandler's Record Bar sticker on it. And this is an original from the 70s. An original Australian copy of Pink Floyd Animals. Nice. What's this one called? This is called Obscured by Clouds by Pink Floyd. Another copy of The Wall by Pink Floyd. Can never have too many copies of The Wall. So that's nice. Is this one called Metal? I think this one's called Metal. This is an original. This has got the old Shovel 765 on the back, the old Chandler's sticker on it. And yeah, it's actually, I never knew this, but it's actually a fucking ear. Well, I kind of knew it was. Is that the right way? I don't know if that's the right way around or that's the right way around. That's the right way around there. It's actually an ear. So it's metal, isn't it? I can hope, we'll see. Anyhow, pretty sure it is. Pink Floyd, Delicate Sound of Thunder. This is a live album. I'm pretty sure this is Momentary Lapse of Reason live. So it's a big double 180 gram vinyl. 14 classics from the world tour. It's got Comfortably Numb, Time, Money, all that on it. So that's an original Aussie one as well. And what is this one called again? Fuck, I'm hopeless with Pink Floyd. Ummagumma. This is an original by the look of it too. HDHUDs, whatever, stereo. Nice. Old school, original Australian Pink Floyd Ummagumma. Them with all their gear there. Another copy of Metal, Pink Floyd. So this dude, obviously, I don't know why, he's like me, he's got multiple copies. Unfortunately, the person who I bought this collection off, it was a deceased estate. So most of the records in that collection were country. There was fucking heaps of country. I don't sell a whole lot of country here. I kept the best ones. I kept like Dwight Yoakam, fucking the Judds, stuff like that, which are, some of them are in here, and a lot of old school Johnny Cash, and I think there was some Johnny Horton, Marty Robbins, stuff like that, some Highwaymen, things like that. But generally, most of the country went to Lifeline. Pink Floyd, The Wall. Nice. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms, an original 1985 Australian copy. These aren't gatefold, these are just like bang bang. These were mass produced. This was one of the biggest selling albums, if not the biggest selling album in 1985 in Australia. This one was huge too. This is an original copy of Queen Greatest Hits. Nice to have that in. Deep Purple, Made in Japan live. This is an original Australian copy. Such a fucking great album, that one. This is an old school Deep Purple. I think this is their second or third album. Maybe it's their third album. Who Do We Think We Are? Came out in 1973, I think, this one. This is, I think it's their second album or their third, I can't remember. Old school Deep Purple. Can't beat it. Oh, bit of reggae here. Bob Marley and the Wailers, Uprising. It's an original Australian copy. This one's a bit of a compilation, bit of a weird looking one here. Still cool, but Bob smoking a joint on the front. What's it called? Shakedown. So it's a compilation of Bob Marley and the Wailers. Here's some Aussie shit. This is Jimmy Barnes. If you're an American watching this guy here was the lead singer of one of our biggest ever bands in Australia, Cold Chisel. Still is the lead singer of Cold Chisel, but he's had a big solo career too. This album is great. This is for the working class man. It's a double 180 gram vinyl. I love having copies of Barnesy. I've got a little Barnesy section back there. I've got a little Cold Chisel section back there. Another Australian band from the 70s. This is Skyhooks. They were fucking huge back in the day. This is Guilty Until Proven Insane on it. Yeah, classic Australian rock and roll there. This album's great. This is So by Peter Gabriel. George Harrison. This is the best of George Harrison. Nice. Rolling Stones, Rolled Gold. Nice. This is fucking old too. This is from the 70s. It's on Decca. So I think there's a couple of copies of this in there, which is great. I may as well get stuck straight into these too. I'll get them done, over and done with. We've got a heap of ABBA. ABBA is hugely popular in this shop. I've got fuck all ABBA at the moment in the shop, so I was really happy that there was a heap of ABBA in here, because these are going for about 30 bucks each nowadays, Australian. So these used to be like worth nothing, but a lot of teenagers, teenage girls, young women, and are buying ABBA records. They're still hugely popular. So that's their self-titled one. Another copy of their self-titled one. This one is the best of ABBA. These are all original Australians. That's the self-titled again. Voulez-vous by ABBA. This is one of their biggest hits, this one. This is the one that's quite hard to get. These were fetching up towards $40, sometimes $50. ABBA Arrival, an original Australian copy, and it's in really good nick too. I remember my neighbour, they had this back in the 70s. They used to play it, ABBA Arrival, in the late 70s. This is ABBA the album. ABBA Super Trooper. I don't think, for people overseas, like in America and that, they may not get it, but ABBA were a phenomenon in Australia. ABBA and Kiss were just fucking huge in Australia in the late 70s, early 80s. This is Voulez-Vous, again, with ABBA. A couple of copies of that. Another copy of Super Trooper. So that's cool. Got a heap of ABBA in. Great. Johnny Cash, Alive at San Quentin. All-time classic album. So like I said, I did keep some country. I kept the best country. This is an original Australian copy of Creedence Clearwater Revival. This is Willie and the Poor Boys. Nice. And what's this? This is Dragon with Bondi Road. This is a hit. This was a hit for Dragon in the 80s. Kiwi band. Dire Straits, Money for Nothing. This is a compilation. It's like a greatest hits compilation. So cool. Happy to have that in. Duran Duran, Notorious. These are original Australian copies. A lot of these Duran Duran records are now fetching quite a bit of money. So happy to have that in. They're actually worth something these days. I love this album. This is an original Australian copy too of the Eagles Live. So I don't know if it's got the poster in it. I haven't checked yet. Fantastic double album. Came out after they split up. This is worth quite a bit of money, this one. This is Rodriguez with Cold Fact. It's on Blue Goose Records or whatever it's called. Is it? Blue Goose? Yeah, someone signed the back of it. I wonder if Rodriguez signed it. But yeah, it's an original Australian too. These are fetching a little bit of money these days. So happy to have that in. Oh, all the classics. Hotel California by the Eagles. Deep Purple, In Rock. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. This is still one of the biggest selling albums in Australian history. This one here, if not the biggest. I think John Farnham picked him at the post with Whispering Jack, but this is one of the all-time biggest selling albums in Australia. Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell, all-time classic. I fucking love that album. I don't know why I'm not sick of it. Hotel California, another copy by the Eagles. This one's a little bit beat up, but it's an original Australian copy of Harvest by Neil Young. Nice, an original Australian ZZ Top Eliminator. Another Duran Duran record. This one's awesome. This is Seven and the Ragged Tiger by Duran Duran. It's got the Reflex on it. What else is on it? Crime and Passion, Union of the Snake. These are fetching quite a bit of money these days. Now, when I say quite a bit of money, I'm talking, that's probably going to go for about 50 or 60 bucks if it's in good nick. Once I check them, I check these all individually and clean them under the lights and then put them out. See what they're selling for on Discogs, worldwide, Australia-wide. Drop a little bit off it and then you got your price. This one's in really good nick. This is rolled gold, an original Australian. It's in really good condition. So, yeah. This dude was a proper collector like me. He's got doubles of shit. So if I see something like if I see a Black Sabbath album or an ACD, anything like old school, I'll grab it. I don't care. Especially Black Sabbath. I just grab them all. I've got like 10 copies of Volume 4, I think. I just keep buying them. Sell one every now and then, but usually I just keep them. Greetings from Ashbury Park, New Jersey. This is Bruce Springsteen. Great fucking singer, but absolute shit politics. He's a fucking wanker as a human, but so's Robert De Niro, but he's a great actor too. So here we go, Apocalypse Now. Yeehaw. The original soundtrack, an Australian version of it. I'm fucking tempted to keep this. I've had this in a few times before, but it's a great soundtrack. Francis Ford Coppola. Aussie Crawls, Sons of Beaches. Another copy of Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. Nice. This is a live album by ZZ Top. It's called Fandango. Any ZZ Top's great. This one's actually really hard to get. This is an original Australian copy of ZZ Top's first album. I'm actually going to put that up there because some of them I'm just like, I'm going to look that up because I actually think they're worth a bit of money. That one might be in the rare records section. Fucking, this was a score. It was in there as well. This is the Scorpions' Love at First Sting. Fuck yeah. Nice. Great album. It's got Bad Boys Running Wild, Rock You Like a Hurricane. I'm probably at Big City Nights. I'm going to put that up there because I'm going to play that on my record players just here. I'm going to play that after. This is a great compilation. This is the Dragon's Greatest Hits. It says Volume 1 on it. I don't think I've ever seen Volume 2. But yeah, it's got April Sun in Cuba on it. Get the Jive, Sunshine. Are You Old Enough? So if you're an Aussie, Americans are going to see this and go, who the fuck's Dragon? Check them out. Nice. This is a big double 180 gram vinyl. This is Bob Marley and the Wailers, Babylon by Bus. It's an original double vinyl, original Aussie one. ZZ Top Afterburner. They haven't reissued this. I haven't seen this brand new. So Afterburner and Eliminator. An Eliminator they have, Afterburner they haven't. So I don't think I've seen this reissued. So I'm happy when I get a second-hand copy in because I can sell it. Another copy of Meatloaf. This one's mint. This one looks like it's brand new. And this is from like 1977 or 78 or something. And it's just been looked after really well. So happy to have that in. So a couple of copies of Meatloaf. This is a great album. Deep Purple with Fireball. Oh! Gatefold. An original Australian copy in very good condition. Stanley Kubrick's Clockwork Orange soundtrack. It's starting to yellow a bit. It's supposed to be white. But yeah, you get that. An original Aussie In Excess Listen Like Thieves. These have gone up quite a bit in value over the last 2 or 3 years especially. Something like this would be fetching probably around $70 Australian now, maybe even more. You look on Discogs and you're like, holy fuck. In Excess albums used to be $20 each. Not the case anymore. Same as this band. This stuff is highly collectible. This is the Radiators. So, what is this album called? You Have the Right to Remain Silent, and it's got the single Gimme Head on it too. Summer Holiday, other great songs. So it's pretty hard to get old Radiators records. They're a classic Australian pub band from the 70s, 80s, mainly big in the 80s. Another In Excess album here, Shabu Shabar, and it's an original Australian copy. Nice. And this is these are getting hard to get too. This is the Angels with No Exit. This is an Australian original copy as well. So, like having a bit of the older Angels in. I get asked for them all the time, and they're getting pretty rare. Steve Miller Band, Abracadabra. Aussie Crawl File. So they've reissued this not long ago on red vinyl, but it's good to have an original copy on it. Here's another Angels record, Out of the Blue. Nice. Another copy of Meatloaf, Bat Out of Hell. Boom. Another one. In Excess, The Swing. Fucking great album. An original Australian copy. Bad Company, Dangerous Age. I don't know that much about Bad Company, but I know they're pretty popular. And there's another copy here, 10 from 6 by Bad Company. So there's a couple of Bad Company records in. These are worth a bit of money these days. This is an original Australian copy of Duran Duran's first self-titled album. So that's pretty cool. Nice. These are quite common, this record here, but they still go for around $40. This is the best of ZZ Top. So this came out in the late 70s or something. It's got LaGrange on it. It's got all their best stuff. I like their old stuff the best nowadays. Waiting for the Bus, Francine's on it. Backdoor Love Affair, Beer Drinkers and Hellraisers. Great album. Another great album here. Alice Cooper's Greatest Hits. That's an original Australian version. Nice. Bobby Dylan. Masterpieces. This is a big triple vinyl. So happy to have that in. It's in pretty good condition. These are normally in really shit condition, but it's looking pretty good. So happy to have that in. I've never seen this. I don't even know what this is. This is Bob Dylan, a real live, so it's a live one. These will be good to go in the Bob Dylan section. An original Australian copy of Bob Dylan's Desire. Awesome. It's in good nick too, by the look of it. This is a great album too. JJ Cale, Naturally. So I guess I'm going to call this unboxing classic used vinyl. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. I love that record. I might even steal it. Slow Train Coming by Bobby Dylan. Another Bob Dylan album here. What's this one? Fucking, I don't even know. Infidels by Bob Dylan. There you go. Nice. Rainbow Rising, an original Australian copy. Richie Blackmore's Rainbow with Ronnie James Dio singing. Fleetwood Mac Rumours, all-time classic. So popular in Australia. So is this album here, Best of the Eagles. It's one of the Best of the Eagles albums there are. Nice. This is in really good nick too. I fucking love this record, and it's really popular too. Breakfast in America by Supertramp, an original Australian copy. Here's an original Australian copy of Joe Walsh. The smoker you drink, the player you get. Fantastic album. Joe Walsh is so good. So good. Joe Walsh and the Eagles, love it. This is in pretty good nick too. Eagles, the long run. Australian Crawl, Sirocco. These are getting harder and harder to get, the old original Australian Crawl records. So happy to have that one in. It's in really good condition. Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare, original Australian. Cat Stevens, Morning Has Broken, Greatest Hits Volume 2. So there's Greatest Hits 1, that's Greatest Hits 2. It's got Ruby Love on it, Tuesday's Dead, Morning Has Broken. Remember the days of the old school yard, we used to laugh a lot. Good Cat Stevens, America, Greatest Hits. I fucking love this album. History, America's Greatest Hits. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It's got I Need You, Sandman, Ventura Highway. I've never done it. I've always dreamt of like hiring a fucking Corvette. I think every Australian has, who's worth his salt anyway. Hiring like a car and driving up the Ventura Highway playing America. Ventura Highway in the sunshine. Men at Work, Cargo, classic Australian pub rock by Men at Work. Creedence Clearwater Revival, this is an old one. This is Pendulum, this is an original Australian as well. These are actually fetching quite a bit of money nowadays too, the old Creedence records. Happy to have that. I've never heard of this. I don't even know what it is. I'm not that big a Beatles aficionado, but this is the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl. So, looks pretty cool. The Best of Steppenwolf, Reborn to be Wild. Nice. Eagles, Hotel California. I don't know how many copies of that I've got in here. Can't have enough Eagles. Another copy of Clockwork Orange. This is in better condition. It's white. Like it's supposed to be. Here's old dickhead again. Old Springsteen, Born to Run. ELO. I forget what one this one is. This is a really good one too. It's self-titled. There you go. An original Australian self-titled ELO. Billy Joel, Glass Houses. I've got a pretty decent Billy Joel section here, and I've got a decent Roxy Music section. This can go in as well. This is Flesh and Blood by Roxy Music. Another ELO album, Out of the Blue, double 180 gram vinyl. An original Australian copy too. No less. Bonnie Tyler, Faster Than the Speed of Night. I just got this in a couple of weeks ago. Brand new, reissue. So you can have an original or you can have a brand new one. Some old school here. This is Slade with Slade. I think every collection I buy has a Slade record in it. They were massive in Australia in the 70s. Really big, really influential too. Better stand these up. Here's some classic Australian rock here. This is Jojo Zepp and the Falcons. Screaming Targets. I don't know which one because there's another one here. There's two copies of this. I think that's the Australian version, and I think this might be an American or a UK or a European version. Different artwork. Black Alice, Endangered Species. These are Australian pub rock band as well. These ones here, I'm like, who the hell is this? There's a lot of Australian artists here. Robot Wizards, Award 13. It's on Mushroom Records, I think. EMI Records, Australia. So these are Australian things. I'll have to look them up because I don't know who the fuck these guys are. The Aliens with Translator. This is on Mushroom Records. When's it from? 1980. Some old school Aussie stuff. Wendy and the Rockets. I'm pretty sure this is Australian too. It's on Mushroom Records. So there's some classic Australian pub rock. Michael Jackson, Thriller, fucking hell. So this here, it's called Angel City. It's actually the Angels, but in America and Europe, they had to change their name to Angel City. So this is Dark Room by the Angels, or you can call it Angel City if you want. But in Australia, they're called the Angels. One of our best pub rock bands ever. Oh, Wacko Jacko, an original Australian copy of Thriller. It's got the hype sticker on it. Oh, nearly there. Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs. This is an old school one, this one. What is it? I Got a Woman. It's called, by Billy Thorpe and the Aztecs. This might be worth a bit of money, this one, because all the old Billy Thorpe stuff is. Billy Joel, Piano Man. Steely Dan, Katie Lied. Love a bit of Steely Dan, bit of yacht rock. Another copy of fucking Springsteen's Born to Run. Ugh. This is pretty cool. Negotiations and Love Songs, 1971 and 1986 by Paul Simon. So it's like a greatest hits compilation of Paul Simon's. Is it Gatefold? No. It's Australian. We stopped pressing records in Australia in about 1991, 1990, 92 at the latest. Stopped pressing records. So all these records were pressed in Australia. Janis Joplin, Greatest Hits. All-time classic. Cyndi Lauper, A Night to Remember. And last but not least, Bryan Adams with Reckless, the fucking Canadian crooner. Now there's about another 4 tubs this size that I've still got to go through. So I'm always going through stuff. Thanks very much, everyone, for watching. Hope you hung in there and watched, 25 minutes. That was a long one. But some people just can't get enough records, and I'm one of them. So if you like records, secondhand records, stuff that's different, come and see us at Rock 8 Records. These will all be piled up on the counter. I'll be cleaning these over the next... We're going to take me a fucking week to clean all these, at least. Anyhow, thanks very much, everyone. And rock on! Have a great weekend. Woo!